Congressman Bill Keating wasn't letting this slide. When defense official Elbridge Colby couldn't explain who paused U.S. weapons shipments to Ukraine, Keating fired back. Who the hell made that decision? What followed was a tense hearing moment where the answers just didn't come.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Colby, you said throughout this hearing that you're consulting with the President, the Vice President, regularly, great conversations. In fact, you said that you don't do, this is, I think, your earlier testimony today, you do not do anything not aligned with the President. So I have a question for you. In last July, it was reported that your office suspended U.S. weapons shipments to Ukraine, including but not limited to precision-guided rockets, 155 munitions, and Patriot missiles. And this risked Ukraine lives. It undermined our credibility, not just with Ukraine, but with our allies, the 50 countries that are part of this alliance. And it made it harder to get to an end to this war. And this decision seemingly took place out of nowhere. Now, this took place at your office, yet the President was asked about this a few days later in the Oval Office, and he denied making any order to suspend this. He said, I'll be the first to know. In fact, most likely I'll give the order, but I haven't done that yet. So the President, who you're in consultation with all the time and you're always aligned with, well, he disagreed with this. He said he didn't do anything. He said it didn't happen, even though it did, and it's your office. So tell us who made that decision. Did the President make the decision the way he alluded to, or did you make that decision? Now, the President said from the Oval Office that he didn't make that decision. So who did? Who made that decision that caused such great risk that I just outlined to you? Was it you, sir?
Would you like
Since
an
it's
answer,
your
sir,
office.
or no? Yeah. Would you like an answer or no, sir?
You're ready.
Okay. Well, let me just clarify something, sir. I'm particularly focused on my interactions with the Secretary who interacts with the President. So just to be clear, not to overstate my access to the President, I wouldn't presume to do so. But obviously, we make a point of staying.
Well, you don't appear in concert with the President on this.
I'm aligned, totally aligned with presidential intent.
Well, then explain.
I can answer your question.
Explain how you weren't aligned in this instance.
Well, sir, I think we are aligned, and I'll get to that in a second. First of all, I'm not in the chain of command, so I can't order something, and I wouldn't.
It was your office. So tell me who made that suspension decision.
So there is a memorandum, as has been described before, that lays out a framework for making intelligent decisions.
No, I don't want this. Listen.
That the Secretary can recommend to the President. And then, sir, what we've done, and
please, I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. Listen, you're getting a chance, maybe, that you're not getting all morning, to deal with a specific instance, a specific time that requires a clear-cut answer. So don't give me policy or framework.
Well,
I'm asking you, who the hell made that decision that endangered so many people's lives?
Sir, there's a memorandum.
You're like the 3 months. See no evil, hear no evil.
The alleged pause, I'm not in a position to order a pause. I didn't order.
Then who did?
Presume to order a pause. I don't actually know.
The President
I'm not
didn't.
sure. We can get back to you with a more detailed answer.
How can you be in your position?
But one thing I can
in your office, sir. This is your office. This is your responsibility.
I'm a policy advisor,
and you can't tell me
sir.
who made a decision like that jeopardized the lives of so many people.
The framework in the memorandum is not designed to.
I don't want the framework.
That's what we provide.
For a second.
And sir,
I asked you.
I
didn't ask you about the framework. You're trying to talk over me. It's my
which has
question
provided
to you.
Ukraine in an ongoing way with weapons. In fact, sold by the United States in line with presidential intent. Which
all right, let me move on here.
And I had the privilege to represent the Department of
Chairman asked a question
last month.
you about the movement of troops just days before we were going to have something in the national and the NDAA requiring consultation with us. But you moved 700 to 1,000 troops out of Romania. Why Romania?
Sir, we made the Secretary ordered a decision, obviously in line with presidential intent, to repurpose our forces based on.
Well, let me ask you a question because I'm running out of time. Let me ask you a question.
So,
are you have good conversations with the Vice President. Were you aware that the Vice President gave scathing attack on Romania about their elections in Munich? Did that have anything to do why Romania was singled out for these troops to be moved?
Sir, I'm not going to go into particular deliberations, but we make the decisions.
That's what you're
here
for, sir. With all due respect,
and ultimately
you're
the
here
President
in front of
based
this
on
committee.
military logic,
I'm
in
sorry.
line with the
You said I'm not going to
national
give
defense strategy
information
and
about
national security
deliberations.
strategy.
Then what are you doing here in front of us?
I'm trying to communicate with you, sir.
Well, you're not doing a good job. I yield back. Thank you.
This moment got real tense in Congress. Democratic Congressman Bill Keating demanded a simple answer about paused weapons shipments to Ukraine, but Trump ally Elbridge Colby just wouldn't say who made the decision. Keating points out something pretty serious. Reports said Colby's office paused key weapons shipments to Ukraine. Precision rockets, artillery shells, even Patriot missile systems. And Keating says that decision didn't just slow down aid. It put Ukrainian lives at risk and shook confidence among the 50 countries supporting Ukraine against Vladimir Putin. But then things got weird, because when reporters asked Donald Trump about the pause, he said he didn't order it. So Keating asks the obvious question. If the president didn't order it, who did? Seems like a pretty basic thing to know, right? But Colby keeps talking about frameworks and process. And Keating finally cuts him off and says, "Don't give me policy or framework. Who made the decision?" Colby's answer? He says he didn't order it. He's not in the chain of command, and he doesn't actually know. So let's think about that for a second. Weapons shipments affecting a major war, a decision that could impact thousands of lives, and apparently nobody in the room can say who made the call. That's exactly why congressional oversight exists, and why Keating clearly wasn't letting this go.